and welcome to this special LL preview show here on GameTimePA.com. I'm John Buffone, and with me is Andrew Callahan and Pat Huggins of the Lebanon Daily News, and we have some blazing hot picks for the LL Girls Basketball Tournament that is set to take off on Monday. Gentlemen, we got a good slate of games. The quarterfinals kick off on Monday. What we're going to start with is we're going to pick the quarterfinal round, then we're going to pick a champion, and then we're going to leave you with three of the hottest takes you've probably ever heard, which that might be overdoing it just a bit.
No, it's not.
Okay, there are going to be some really hot takes. But gentlemen, let's start with the quarterfinals. Let's pick some winners. Let's start with the first game on the docket, which would be Cocalico and Section 1 champion Cedar Crest. Cocalico is probably not the favorite in this. Cedar Crest, obviously, they've been the favorite in the league, you could say, throughout the entire season. Pat, we'll start with you. Who do you got and why?
I got the Section 1 champ Falcons there. Just don't see them going out in the first round. I think they're going to make a strong bid to repeat.
Cocalico's biggest strength is inside with Emily White, runs into arguably the biggest strength of the league, and Alyssa Austin, and even, don't forget Ariel Jones. I think the Falcons take control early and head into the semifinals.
Austin and Jones probably going to be too much for Cocalico to handle. Great season for Cocalico, and they're going to be moving on the districts, but I'm going to pick Cedar Crest as well to move on. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to the next one. It's Lancaster Catholic and E-Town. Lancaster Catholic, only one loss this year. They have a great inside game with Caroline Scarf and Kiki Jefferson, phenomenal freshman. I know I'm taking Lancaster Catholic in this one, so I'll let you guys finish it out. Who do you got, Andrew?
It's going to be the Crusaders, and they're going to take it pretty easily.
I'm with Andrew on that. I think it's asking a lot of E-Town to take down Lancaster Catholic. Just too much firepower there.
All right, fair enough. Let's move on to the next one. We're moving pretty quickly here. The other Section 4 team to make the playoffs, Lebanon Catholic, will be traveling to the Section 2 champion Ephrata Mounts to see if they can pull off the upset. Pat, I know you've been pretty high on Lebanon Catholic this year. Are they going to pull the upset here?
I think they are. They have a quality win. They've been playing very well, and they have a quality win under the belt from earlier against Manheim Township. They're 15-5, playing good basketball. Veteran Patty Howard is the coach, who's been won more than her share of championships over there, so I see them getting by effort in the first round.
I'm going to agree with Pat. They don't have much of a bench, but they do have that quality win Pat referenced. Then also their 5 losses, you could count those as quality losses as well. They took on Lancaster Catholic twice, which we mentioned is 21 on the season. I think the Beavers go into Ephrata, show what they're made of, and then head on to the semifinals as well.
You're all on Lebanon Catholic, huh?
Yep.
I'm taking Ephrata. They're the home team. I've been watching them recently going down the home stretch. They've been gelling a lot better. They've been playing a little more pressurized defense, emphasizing that a little bit more. They're a team that has been on their own practicing during the snow days. I think that they are primed for this. They're going to be at home. I think they're going to be amped up. I'm taking the Mounts, so we have a little bit of a disagreement there. So we'll see where that takes us. The last one we're going to talk about is Manheim Township as they roll into northern Lebanon to take on the Vikings. Guys, Pat, you've seen Northern Lebanon a few times. What do you got in this one?
Well, this I think is the most interesting first round matchup. I think it can go either way, but I don't want to ruin my hot take for later, so I'm going to stay with Northern Lebanon. They've had quite a season, 21-1. Manheim Township is a quality team. There's no question about it. But I just like what Northern Lebanon's been doing this year, and I look for them to, especially being at home. I think their crowd will be into it, and they'll find a way to pull one out.
Pat's made 3 smart picks, and he just made a 4th. It's going to be the Vikings at home, and I think that is the edge that they need against a good quality school Township. Had a little bit of struggle at the beginning of the season and shown it proven among the top at Section 1. Eventually edged out by Cedar Crest, which beat the Blue Streaks at home late in the year to kind of make that difference. But I think going to Fredericksburg will also prove similarly, perilous, and Vikings go on to the semifinals.
You guys were all on the road team last game. Now you're all on the home team this one. I'm taking the away team. I like Manheim Township in this game. I think they have a good collection of young talent and some kids who have been there before. I think Sean Burkhart's done a great job with this township team. I think that they, with the section that they're in, they're battle tested. I think they can go on the road and get a win here. So I see we have a little bit of a difference in opinions again. I have Manheim Township in the semifinals. All right, guys, let's move on to, if you have to pick a champion right now, you look at the bracket, you can see who has it. You can take the idea of who has the easiest road. You can say what team you think is primed to win, who has the most experience. Right now, who is winning the LL Girls Tournament this year?
I'm going with the defending champ, Cedar Crest. Lancaster Catholic will be a huge challenge in the semifinals, and they're very, very good. There's no question about it. But in my opinion, Cedar Crest still has the two best players in the league in Ariel Jones and Alyssa Austin. I just look for them to get it done. It will not be easy, but come to my head right now, I'm taking Cedar Crest.
Well, it's a little dramatic, but the guy knows what he's talking about. Cedar Crest is going to go take that championship once again, and I think he hit the nail on the head. As I mentioned earlier, Kukalka's biggest strength goes head-to-head with Cedar Crest on the interior again with Alyssa Austin, and you could argue the same thing with Lancaster Catholic outside of their pressure. But even with that pressure, I think Ariel Jones is one of the best perimeter defenders, ball handlers in the league, and she's going to be able to take care of that. So Cedar Crest moves on. Crown those Falcons once more.
The two Lebanon guys are taking Cedar Crest. I'm taking Lancaster Catholic.
Of course we are.
I love teams that press. I love teams that have pressure nonstop, and that's exactly what Catholic can do. They can cut into deficits if they need to, and they can also extend a lead if they have to. Because if you can force 2, 3, 4 turnovers in a row, you're going to be in good shape to either get back into a ball game or put it out of reach. I think they have a great outside game with Kiki Jefferson. She can also come inside. She's a great athlete. Caroline Scarf, obviously the 1,000-point scorer from this year, she can get it done inside. I think, although it would be, I guess you can consider it an upset to a small degree, I like Lancaster Catholic to beat Cedar Crest in the semifinals and then win all of it. I think the Lady Crusaders have a good shot. I'm picking them. All right, we're gonna get out of here on this. You've saved your hottest take for the very end. Pat, you've kept yours warm by not spoiling it in the last
I
segment.
kind of warmed it up a little bit.
What is your hottest of takes for the 2016 LL Girls
I'm
Tournament?
going to say Northern Lebanon to the finals. I'm not going to be so bold as to say they're going all the way because I think that'd be a little bit too difficult.
That'd be too hot.
That would be too hot. Although I remind you, their only loss is to Lancaster Catholic by 4 points at Lancaster Catholic, so they're certainly capable. And I'm going to pick them to make a little surprise and go to the finals.
Well, that's a hot take, Andrew. What do you got?
I get Cedar Crest winning every single game that they have by at least a dozen points. I think they're that good. I think they're going to prove that. And this is their time of year. They proved it a year ago, and they're going to do it again.
So you're saying Cedar Crest will win every game in this tournament by at least 12 points?
At least a dozen.
Including the Lancaster Catholic game if they see each other.
You heard me correct.
That is a blazing hot take. My take is not quite as, we'll say,
Well, it's the name of the segment. So
you're right.
You got to bring it or go home.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't have the fire of that one, but I'm going to say that within this tournament there are going to be at least 4 games that are decided by 1 point. 1 point game. There's going to be at least 4 games that are decided by a single point, potentially even overtime games. But I'm saying at least 4 games are going to be decided by a single point, ensuring that this is a very, very exciting tournament. So. Hot take for Pat is Northern Lebanon to the finals. Andrew, Cedar Crest is going to win every game by at least a dozen points, and I'm saying there's going to be at least 4 one-point games throughout this tournament. So there are blazing hot picks and our blazing hot takes for the 2016 LL Girls Tournament. We're either going to be brilliant or, as per usual,
or something less than that.
Very foolish. So be sure you tune into the tournament and follow us all on Twitter so you can either see how foolish we are or see how right we actually are. So until next time, I'm John Buffone for Pat Huggins and Andrew Callahan. We'll see you next time.